I'm Christopher Zweig, and this week on CJ at the Movies, I review Christopher Nolan's latest film, Oppenheimer, with Cillian Murphy and Emily Blunt, the film version of Barbie, directed by Greta Gerwig and starring Margot Robbie as the doll herself, John Boyega and Jamie Foxx in the sci-fi comedy They Cloned Tyrone, the French comedy Two Tickets to Greece, and the indie comedy Theater Camp with Ben Platt and Molly Gordon. Let's take a look. Our first movie is Oppenheimer, the latest masterpiece from Christopher Nolan, and this masterpiece is explosive. It's one of the best films of the year, and may be the best one so far. It tells a dangerous and poignant story about how the atomic bomb was created during World War II under the influence of the brilliant theoretical physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer. Cillian Murphy, a Nolan regular, is perfect beyond words as him.
Are we saying there's a chance that when we push that button, we destroy the world?
Chances are near zero.
Near zero.
What do you want for theory alone?
Zero would be nice.
That's Matt Damon as Lieutenant General Leslie Groves, who collaborated with Oppenheimer on the Manhattan Project. We see the physicist throughout his years as a college student, his marriage to Kitty, played by Emily Blunt, and the accusations aimed against him as a communist. Robert Downey Jr. is mostly seen in black and white segments as Louis Strauss, who wants to exploit the allegations against Oppenheimer. He's considered to be a villain in American history.
The Russians have a bomb. We're supposed to be years ahead of them, but what were you guys doing in Los Alamos? And how many people were in these open discussions?
Too many. Compartmentalization was supposed to be the protocol.
We were in a race against the Nazis.
Seeing Oppenheimer in IMAX is a great way to feel the vibrations of the explosions and the stress of whether or not this bomb would have destroyed the human race, which of course it didn't. But the movie isn't indulged in all that mayhem because it uses the 3-hour limit to explore the physicist and his opinions and ambition to take science to limits that no one thought could be reachable. Nolan is a filmmaker who knows the stakes and never ceases to amaze us. Don't miss it. Okay, I've never played with the dolls once in my life because I'm a guy, duh, but that doesn't mean I can't review Barbie, and it doesn't mean I can't enjoy it. The latest film from writer-director Greta Gerwig and her lover and co-writer Noah Baumbach is really delightful, especially when Margot Robbie owns the screen as Barbie, the stereotypical version who loves her plastic carefree life in Barbie world with other versions of Barbie and other versions of Ken. Ryan Gosling is flat out brilliant as the blonde Ken.
Oh, looks like this beach was a little too much beach for you, Ken.
If I wasn't severely injured, I would beach you off right now, Ken.
I'll beach off with you any day, Ken.
Anyone who wants to beach him off has to beach me off first.
I will beach both of you off at the same time.
Beach both of us off?
Nobody's gonna beach anyone off.
But then Barbie starts to realize there's a real world out there, and she and Ken journey there where things are much different than in her world. Most jobs are run by men, including Will Ferrell as Mattel's CEO. America Ferrera co-stars as a former Barbie fan, and Ariana Greenblatt plays her teenage daughter, who both meet Barbie and help set things straight when feminism in both worlds is crucial.
Humans only have one ending.
Get that Barbie!
Ideas live forever.
Barbie is very funny with the way it pokes fun at the plastic world and how the actors tone it down a notch by playing the dolls the girls grew up with, but it's also strong in terms of its womanhood when the Barbie dolls learn how to be women and not products. You couldn't have picked a better actress to bring out the delights of this Barbie than Robbie, who knows how to walk on her tiptoes and how to act like a doll learning what it means to be a human. The movie is made for girls, women, and even men. Our next movie is They Cloned Tyrone, a Netflix satire that's suitable for the post-Get Out era and plays like a blaxploitation film. John Boyega stars as a drug dealer, along with Jamie Foxx as a pimp and Tyonia Paris as his employee, who all uncover one conspiracy after another regarding African Americans and their taste in fried foods, bodegas, among other things, and plus whatever organization this is has a cloning program.
I don't know what that was, but that wasn't me.
They Cloned Tyrone is the directorial debut of Jewel Taylor, who also wrote Creed 2, Shooting Stars, and the awful Space Jam: A New Legacy. Here he delivers a sci-fi comedy that takes many risks, especially when it's aimed for the right target audience, who can see what's wrong with society, which can repeat history. This is the kind of conspiracy comedy with 3 entertaining leads that Amsterdam didn't even try to offer. It's an ambitiously entertaining film that should find a spot on Netflix. Our next movie is Two Tickets to Greece, a French comedy about old friends who reunite in their mid-40s and are given the opportunity to go to the Greek island of Margot, which is where Luc Besson's The Big Blue was filmed. These two women are basically opposite magnets at this point in their lives. Olivia Cote plays the one who is unhappy about her divorce, while Laure Calamy is the louder and more fun-loving type.
J'en fais trop, c'est ça? J'ai plein de potes qui me disent que je suis bruyante. J'ai même une pote qui m'appelle la couffaine.
Many detours set these women on different Greek islands, one of them featuring Christian Scott Thomas as Calamy's friend who lives with her Greek boyfriend and is worried about being diagnosed with breast cancer again.
Je vais appeler une copine.
Two Tickets to Greece gets cynical with the unhappy friend, but it overlooks that and allows us to see the turning point in the two friends' lives and why they went their separate ways. At times it can be sexy and delightful, and at other times it can be consistent, and I admired the performances from the two leads. It's not a perfect Grease film like The Trip to Greece, but it's a cute one in the foreign cinema. And our last movie is Theater Camp, an indie comedy that loves Broadway and its aspiring singers. The story takes place at a rundown theater camp in upstate New York, and the founder of it falls ill. So her business influencer son, played by Jimmy Tatro, takes over while Ben Platt and Molly Gordon play former students turned teachers.
That's a good song choice, right? I do believe her as a French prostitute.
Amos.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sex worker.
Thank you.
They decide to make a play dedicated to the founder, but problems emerge, including the direction of the teachers and the fact that the camp is in financial trouble.
The straight plays are going to have to be acoustic.
Quick question. What's a straight play?
There are musicals and then there are straight plays.
So then what would be a gay play?
I guess a musical.
Oh, cool.
About 20 minutes of the middle tend to drag on a bit, but mostly Theater Camp knows how to satirize the life of stage actors and directors, and almost everyone has the kind of timing of an independent comedy that I wanted to find in Asteroid City. It plays like a Christopher Guest comedy, acting like a mockumentary, especially the way it studies the characters and their plans. It's a music comedy with good taste. Okay, recapping this week's new movies, thumbs way up for Oppenheimer, thumbs way up for Barbie, thumbs way up for They Cloned Tyrone, thumbs up for Two Tickets to Greece, and finally, and this was a great week, thumbs up for Theater Camp. Well, those are the movies I'm reviewing this week. I'm Christopher Zweig. Stay safe, and I'll see you at the movies. For more amazing content, please like and subscribe to my channels, and please read my reviews at cjatthemovies.com and download the new HD Radio app.